Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name's Noelle and I review and unbox subscription boxes here on my channel, and today I have one of your favorites and I'm sure this will be no exception. It is of course my Ireland box, which has been sent to me for a review all the way from Dingle, Ireland by Catherine and her amazing team. They always put together a lovely collection of items from Irish makers. There's usually some edible treats in there as well, and they all fit within the theme that they have chosen for the month. So let's dig into it and find out what we have got for the month of October. So this box is $49.95 per month. The shipping, again, all the way from Ireland, and they do ship throughout the world, but the shipping from Ireland all the way to the States is just $15.50. They have a very active Facebook group. In fact, so many people have been waiting for their boxes every month that they sort of did not really a pool. There was no betting, but people were just kind of like anxiously seeing if they could guess how many days it would take from their shipping notification to when their box would arrive on their doorstep. But everyone is very good about obeying the rules and not spoiling any of the surprises inside, because this is absolutely a mystery box. Now I do have a referral code for you. It is MAUI, M-A-U-I, and that will save you $5 on your box, but always be sure to check out the site, because usually there is a sign-up bonus of some sort, and I think the most popular option is to go ahead and do 3 boxes. And I do think this is a perfect time of year to try out my Ireland box, or to resubscribe if you took a little bit of a break, because it's really those cozy, family-oriented months of the year, and I think that definitely is in line with a lot of the Irish traditions and items that we get from this box. So inside it says, "Hello from Ireland." We have our, of course, green tissue paper and our little sticker. It's a pretty light box this time around, just in weight, I can tell, but that's usually good because then it means it doesn't get bounced around too much. Sometimes when there's a heftier item in there, my items come a little bit tousled, if you will. So then I've got more tissue paper. So I usually go ahead and open this up and take all of the items out, because the booklet that also has a section called Meet the Makers that I base my unboxings on is usually down there at the bottom, along with the recipe card that is always included. So let me go ahead and pull everything out. It looks like we've got quite a few items, more like little items this time around, which is a good thing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items so far, 6, and then if you count the recipe card and the booklet, it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items, and then recipe card 7 and booklet 8. So this looks like Colcannon, no? I think it is. So it's Colcannon for Halloween. So I used to make Colcannon for St. Patrick's Day, because that was the only time that I would make, you know, classic Guinness stew and Irish soda bread and Colcannon, but I guess it's more of a Halloween tradition, and there's quite a few Halloween traditions that they celebrate in Ireland, so I'm sure that Catherine will tell us about some of that in her booklet. So let me find the booklet. It was indeed at the bottom. So what a beautiful image here. So it looks like the Cliffs of Moher, which of course is on the front of the box too. It says, "Falling for Ireland, the October My Ireland box." Isn't that stunning? And Catherine takes a lot of the photos herself that she does, along with her very lengthy, it's kind of written like a letter to subscribers every month. And then, like I said, there is usually a section inside that's Meet the Makers, but like pages and pages. Like these are usually like a good 20-30 pages with pictures and stories. So I did find my Let's Meet the Makers section. But let's see, you know, it says, "Dear treasured My Ireland box member." She goes on, she talks about nature in Ireland in October. There's a whole section for that. Then we have ancient Irish traditions during the month of October, including games and trick-or-treating. Stories from the past, like Duchas. Let's see, Ireland's ancient banshee. So I didn't realize that was an Irish tradition or folklore, I guess. A ghost story for the month that's in it. Oh, interesting. So we got something like that. We got an extra recipe down here for Irish barm brack. And then I'm going to stick with the Let's Meet the Makers section though here in the back. So she does include the booklet. It says, "Written by me, Catherine in Dingle, Ireland." There is certainly so much to write about when it comes to Ireland, and the best way to transport you here, I think, is by taking you on a journey within my booklet to introduce you to the makers, to tell you all about nature within the month that we are in, and to write about our ancient Irish traditions and stories for that time. There are certainly many stories and traditions for this month. I could have gone on and on. It is my absolute pleasure to write this every month, and I think that it's the treasure of this My Ireland box, as although you can enjoy the surprises that we have included, nothing gives you an insight into and a journey to Ireland for that month like this booklet does. And so I know some of you are a little bit more about the stuff, and eventually you get around to reading the booklet. Some subscribers are all about the booklet. That's like their highlight. It's like their magazine. It's their journey to Ireland, like Catherine says, every month. I know a lot of people collect them. They have like a whole section on their bookshelves for them. I have quite a few. I've been reviewing this box now for probably 3 years, I would say. And I do have the pleasure of taking photos for over on Instagram as well. And then she does, I think, have a word about this October recipe, which I was holding up for you. Beautiful image again. Colcannon for a long time in Ireland has been a very popular October dish. It would always be served up at Halloween. Often the first plate was kept for the fairies and no salt was to be put on their portion. The Colcannon made on Halloween night also commemorated the end of the digging of the potatoes. So I had to give you a great recipe for Colcannon this month. Certainly a change from the sweet recipes that I most often send. Enjoy it with any dish. And yes, it's such a delicious side dish, basically potatoes and cabbage, and this looks like it has green onions in it, so looks delish. So yes, all right. The green onions I think would add quite a bit of flavor to it. All right, let's go ahead and see if I can start finding things. There are a couple items that I've gotten in past my Ireland boxes. She doesn't do a lot of repeats. She'll sometimes do, you know, if it's an edible repeat, that definitely happens. I am all about the jelly stars anytime those come back. The sheep box, you guys, you know, that was last month. That's like my favorite box of the year every year. That's a theme that comes back. But there are a couple of repeats in here, but they're ones that I think that even, you know, if you're a newer subscriber, it's been a couple of years, so it won't be a repeat for you. And if you are a subscriber who's been around for several years, like myself, then you're happy to get a new one. You're happy to get a new version. All right, so looks like we've got, let's see what I can find. Okay, this is interesting. So I'm not going to pronounce this correctly. It's bouilloch. I don't know, but it looks like honey and chocolate. So it says, Daryl and Ryan of Bouilloch Chocolates of Calbridge, County Kildare, on the banks of the River Liffey, says working as a chef during the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, Ryan lost his job. Like half of the nation, he took up cooking at home to stave off boredom. Soon, he was posting extra chocolates, jams, biscuits, and more to the family and friends he couldn't see. Well, that's so nice. I guess chocolates post okay in Ireland and don't like melt. I have to figure out how to open this box, you guys. It says Daryl was working in corporate sales when one of Ryan's boxes of chocolates arrived. He called up his friend with an idea for a business. Working together, Bouilloch was born. I have no idea what that means. It says the name bouilloch, it comes from the Irish word for gratitude. Ryan and Daryl wanted bouilloch to be a way for people to express thanks for the people they cherish. The name is pronounced, there we go, Catherine, about 5 paragraphs in. The name is pronounced bouilloch. Okay, I wasn't too far off. I love the name. Ryan and Daryl started our selling gems, chutneys, chocolates, and biscuits, all handmade at markets in County Kildare, and learned a lot in the process, such as winter markets are very cold, wear protection, and boiling jams are very hot, wear protection. They also learned that their customers only wanted to talk about one thing, chocolate, so they decided to trust their customers and go all in on their chocolate treats. They played around with recipes and took each batch of new treats to markets for their customers to try. From the feedback that they received, more chocolate flavors were born. Today, they have their very own chocolate factory, heaven, in the heart of Calbridge, County Kildare, on the banks of the River Liffey. They are a secret chocolate treat that is only just beginning to be known in Ireland. I'm so glad to have stumbled across them for you. So we got this milk chocolate honeycomb hex in this box that I had a really hard time opening. And then it's in tissue. And I will tell you guys, there was a little bit of melting happening, but I've seen a similar mold where it was soap. But can you see that? It's this giant chunk of chocolate. Do you see how thick that is? With this beautiful bee on that? Well, unfortunately, the photos will probably not do it justice because, like I said, there was a tiny bit of melting that happened. But I'm sure that it is going to taste just as good. So let me try not to melt it with my hot little hands and put it back into its safe little box so that I can take some photos for you over on Instagram and then hopefully dive in soon after. All right, let's see what else we've got. We have got These look amazing. So pure merino wool socks. So that was a big thing. When I did have the opportunity to visit Ireland once, we went to one of those factories where it was like woolly everythings, woolly jumpers, and I got a scarf. I couldn't justify getting too many amazing wool things, but these wool socks, and what a beautiful color they are. Let me see if I can pull these out. It says these are Cara Cozy wool socks from County Dublin. Now I'll never be able to put them back in, but that's okay. I've been asked for so long by members to include a pair of Irish wool socks, and I found them at last. These are super soft, and I'm wearing mine already now with my winter boots. I worked with Anthony of Cara Craft this month. He is always so friendly to chat with, and years of experience in the gift business. He knows what customers love best, and he shares that insight with me. I knew I had to have these cozy wool socks when I first spotted them, and I was lucky to get them for you as they are a top seller, and they find them difficult to keep in stock. It says wool socks by Turf Fire, singing songs and telling stories, eating chocolate and fudge. Sounds like a perfect night in to me. So there were some spoilers in there. I love the multicolors there in the toe. Do you guys see that detail? But these are pretty soft for wool socks, I will say. Definitely would keep you nice and warm, and I love this color. So I love this little confetti detail in the light color parts in the heel and the toe. Fun, fun, fun. All right. Let's keep going though. We also got, this is the repeat. So this is, it's the Irish Turf Peat repeat. So it's this cute little house. This is not the actual house. It's an incense burner. So it's, it says, John O'Brien and Johannes Berkey ran Irish Turf Peat Incense for over 20 years. I'm trying to open this up carefully, you guys, and I don't want to mess it up. It says, they have a nice little story about how they began this business. John and Joni's immigrated to Boston, USA after their marriage in 1986. Can I open this box? Otherwise, I'm going to have to go run in the other room and show you, because I always have my little house right out in my living room because I think it is so adorable. It says they have a nice little story about how they began. So it says, at the time, many young Irish people gone to the USA to start a new life. Jonas and Joni? and John remained in Boston for 4 years. During their time there, they came to value more deeply the ways and traditions of Irish life. At many Irish gatherings, a sod of turf would be lit and wafted around the room. Oh, that was hard to do. It says, John said that the aroma of the turf would bring me back to my childhood in Puckane, and I would long for home. The idea of Irish turf peat incense was born, and John and Jonas returned home to Ireland. John and his father, Paddy O'Brien, developed the process of incensing this elusive natural component. They recently sold their business to Jeremy as they wished to retire. They were all friends for 20 years. And when Jeremy noted that they wished to sell their wonderful business, he jumped right in and took it over. He is very passionate about this business and is very excited that we are sending these turf peat cottages to you this October. With this Irish turf incense, we have brought a little bit of Ireland to your home this month, and we're keeping up the tradition of sitting by the turf fire. So it's very cute. It just looks like little pieces, little squares of dirt, honestly. I'm trying to pull them out. I'm trying so hard. Okay, so this is what it looks like. But I wanted to show you that they actually included this little stone that you will then take one of these squares of peat and you put it on, and just like incense, you kind of light one corner, blow it out a little bit, so you just get this faint trail of smoke that blows about the house, and it gives it this really nice earthy feel. And I actually have a little ceramic house so that it looks like the chimney smoke coming out. So it looks very much like this little Irish house. So I needed a refill on my peat incense, so that is perfect. And you could put that into all kinds of things. If you have any like wax warmers that are cute that have a little vent, you could definitely put your peat in there and have it look like a little bit of smoke coming out, and then it would be adorable. So that's a fun item and perfect for the season. Here is an example of a brand that we've gotten before and an item that we love to get every time, because who doesn't want some more Mella's fudge? So this is from County Cork. Our members adore it. It's addictive, especially this flavor with simple vanilla. Mella began her fudge life as a young schoolgirl in Bantry, West Cork, a beautiful seaside town in the southwest of Ireland, making fudge for the local sweet shop. Fast forward 15 years and Mella's fudge was born. Based in Clonakilty, Mella uses only the best ingredients: proper vanilla extract, high quality walnuts, a minimum of 70% cocoa Belgian chocolate, and of course the key ingredient throughout, locally produced Irish butter from the lush pastures of West Cork. we know you'll love it. So that was, of course, that spoiler where they said wearing your woolly socks, having some peat incense burning, having a lovely milk chocolate honeycomb, and of course some fudge. And then finally, this is another repeat. Actually, not finally, we still have one more item after this. This is an Irish microfiber cleaning cloth, and this one is so cute with this adorable image of sheep being herded on the country road. So it's just a cleaning cloth that you can use on so many things. Like, I'm constantly cleaning my phone screen just because all the little fingerprints from yours truly bug me. Sunglasses, anything, your computer screen, your reading glasses, anything that needs cleaning. And how delightful is this? I actually have one from a past My Ireland box, and my husband has it in his car because he loves everything Irish, because he loved our trip to Ireland so much. So he's constantly asking me what I get in this box. It's definitely a good box to share with the whole family. It says, members were writing to me asking to send another of these, and I must say I find mine really handy too. Beats the old black ones that we usually clean our spectacles with. I'm really glad that I reached out to Jamie to see if he'd be able to provide these to me, and luckily he did. So this is from Harvest Pictorial in Kinsale, County Cork. It says, we sent these a few years ago, and although I'm not one for repeating a surprise like this, it was quite a while ago, and I knew that our new members over the last few years would love one, and older members from years ago clearly wanted another. So here's one for you. Enjoy the image of Ireland, the same scenery that I'm surrounded by here on the Dingle Peninsula, whilst you clean your glasses, phone, or tablet. Jamie founded his business in 1989, and from the beautiful town of Kinsale in the county of Cork, he chooses the work of local artists and dreams up ideas of especially useful items that will provide a home for each beautiful picture of Ireland. So I love that. Useful, but also artistic. And then our final item, which is very exciting because it's a jewelry piece, and it came with this lovely jewelry pouch from Trinity, is some shamrock earrings, you guys. This is always lovely. When we get jewelry pieces from My Ireland box, they are always high quality. These are stunning. They're little silver studs that do have a little bit of sparkle in the center. I was smitten by these when they were pointed out to me in a local Irish gift store at the beginning of the year. My daughter spotted them first and wanted them, so it was often on my mind to send a pair to you. Shamrock is everywhere in Ireland. It carpets our garden. It is my path on my walks in the land we call the forest, and I keep being reminded of you, and indeed this account from the National Folklore Collection. So name not given, age 71, so she's quoting someone else. The exiles from Ireland love to get shamrocks from their people because it reminds them of home. The shamrock only grows in Ireland. People wear shamrocks on St. Patrick's Day because tradition tells us that when St. Patrick was preaching the faith, he made use of the shamrock. He said, as there are 3 leaves in one stem on the shamrock, so also there are 3 divine persons in one God. Gift them or enjoy wearing them yourself on occasions that make you feel like you want to feel the extra love from Ireland. It is of course widely believed that St. Patrick is responsible for making the shamrock an important Irish symbol. In fact, it has been popular in Ireland for thousands of years. The ancient Celts believed many of the important aspects of life came in groups of 3, and the shamrock was used to symbolize this. So always finding symbols in nature, but look how pretty those are. Very, very sparkly. Love, love, love that. So recognize the world over as the symbol of Ireland, and these are lovely, lovely stud earrings. So this was a jam-packed My Ireland box to help you fall in love for Ireland. Let's see what our next month's is. Sometimes she does give us a little bit of a sneak peek. I don't know if I see one. The November Thanksgiving My Ireland box, so you might still be able to get in on that, although they do ship pretty early in the month, and then it just takes a few days, usually about 10 days, honestly, to get to me. So we got so many goodies, you guys. We, of course, got our Colcannon recipe and our booklet, and then we got our eyeglass cleaner with this lovely image of some sheep. We got our woolly socks, speaking of sheep. We got our delicious looking, but I'm very... it's not fragile at all because it's so hefty, but I don't want to make any fingerprints in this milk chocolate honeycomb hex. So we got this sweet treat as well as the Mella's fudge. 2 sweet treats. That's to make up, I guess, for not having a sweet recipe this time around. These gorgeous shamrock stud earrings. And then we got our fun turf peat incense sods. And, of course, a natural stone burner. It can look really cool just out in the open. You don't have to hide it inside of a little ceramic piece or anything either. So, and they actually show it where you just keep that little box next to it that looks like the little cottage. Just to give it a little atmosphere, you could do that as well. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know a lot of you really like seeing this box every month. I hope you give it a try, no matter what your affinity or connection is to Ireland. I obviously am not Irish, but I did really enjoy my time there, and I do really enjoy this box because you get such cool items from makers across that lovely green country. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all very, very soon in my next unboxing.